Welcome to the starting point of our relic grinding journey. Why starting with Heavensward instead of Realm Reborn? Because it is the easiest weapon to get, and we also got many breakpoint weapons during our grinding process that look very nice already. Above that, a little disclaimer for newcomers. I highly recommend to farm relic weapons at the point you have reached level 80. It will make many steps much easier, and having unlocked all the duty finder content is a must have. Nonetheless, I will divide this guide into 4 parts, finishing each of them with a sparkling weapon with nice particle effects. Above that, I'm trying to grind it by myself for the White Mage or the Machinist maybe, while sharing the experience I made inside the process. If you want to join me on this adventure, check out my Twitch channel, where I'm going to gather up all up-to-date information that my masterful expert viewers share with us to establish the foundation for this series. After I earned the final stage of each weapon, there will also be a comprehensive guide, but as long as we're still grinding, I ultimately recommend the visual guide of GraehlGaming, linked in the description. He doesn't explain things in detail, but the overview is the best you can get for this topic, so check out his video. Starting with the obvious thing, accepting the quest, an unexpected proposal at Rowena in Idleshire. But you need to have cleared the quest Heavensward to do that. But if you're already level 80, don't worry about it. After that, Rowena will send you into the magical heights of Azizla to meet up with Ardashir. That again will send you to Mordona to meet up with Sindani. She will introduce you to your first task that has been heavily nerfed since its early existence and can be done in half an hour easily. You're enforced to bring back an astral and umbral nodule that can be received by trading in elemental crystals from Fates in Heavensward. To shorten this step, you could also turn in your Realm Reborn relic weapon, but as most of you won't have it at their disposal and you will also destroy it in the process, just do the ordinary Fate grind in Heavensward. Even when I think there may be possibilities to receive the Zodiac replica, honestly I would risk your ARR weapon for that. Just do that 30-minute grind, it's not that bad. As the drop chance of these luminous crystals are about 50% or somewhere near to this, just head for any area of your choice and start Fate grinding. And for using your full potential in Sea of Clouds, Azizla or the Dravanian hinterlands, head for the Fates that won't sink your level below the magical 60. The simple reason for this, you're able to do those fates with the highest possible item level that anyone could get in Heavensward, and you will deal with them in no time. Even when forming groups here would increase your clearing speed, there's no need to do it at all costs. With a well-trained chocobo or any little access to healing opportunities, no fate will turn out as a stumbling stone for you. Note that you can easily grind these luminous crystals with any job of your choice, and they don't need to be done by the job you're grinding the weapon with. So choose your red mage for example, or DPS-y tanks, and free up some inventory space. Furthermore, this can be a good opportunity to level up your chocobo or another job, but as the drop chances have been improved significantly, don't schedule this step too intensively, it really doesn't take that long. After receiving each elemental crystal on each Heavensward area that will be displayed by a nice in-game pop-up, you can return to Sindani in Mordona, trade your crystals in against the nodules and return to Ardashir in Azizla. Now you can enjoy the first step of the Anima Relic Weapon, and as this is the easy start, the next step is not worth worrying about. Ardashir will send you on a dungeon retrospective, where you need to clear 10 dungeons with your new weapon, starting with the late Realm Reborn dungeon, Snowcloak, and ending with the Heavensward dungeon, the Vault. This is one of the steps where your maxed out level will pay out heavily, as you're able to run these dungeons in an undersized party, which means without strict group setups and your actual level. And as these dungeons are late Realm Reborn or early Heavensward dungeons, you can run them quickly, even as healing job. So just go into your duty menu, navigate towards that cogwheel in the left corner and check the undersized party option and select the dungeon you're aiming for. But behold, you always need to equip the relic weapon before leaving the dungeon. That means gear up your strongest weapon to clear the dungeon and always remember to exit with the relic weapon equipped. Otherwise, you need to run the dungeon again. Still, the switching is worth it, because with the relic weapon equipped, some dungeons could end up being more time consuming. Of course, if you're teaming up with another player to accomplish this step, it's a nice bonus, but no requirement, as most mobs are one hit even when simply applying the healer's dot alone. In between some dungeons, Ardashir will meet up with you and a small cutscene is started, and after that you will proceed onwards with dungeon clearing until you did the final dungeon, the Vault. After returning to Ardashir again, you need to unequip your relic weapon, equip another weapon of the job with that you're doing the questline, and receive your sparkling version of the first Anima weapon stage, which looks quite cool on some weapons already. Sounds easy, right? Yes, this has been nerfed significantly since Stormblood, and our high level grants us quite some advantages, but still, the next stages are more demanding, especially on the poetic grinding aspect. So for those that want to grind this relic weapon ASAP, here is a short to-do list for preparing all the steps together that are required. First of all, stockpile tomestones of Poetics, as the next stages require tons of them, as long as you're not engulfed in tokens from beast tribes, that also serve as currency for the next stage. If you already started the Anima relic earlier and reached the step where you need to collect singing clusters, these two ladies will help you in skipping that step, as long as you're doing their task regularly. One quest can be done daily, where you need to participate in 50, 60, 70 duty roulette, and the weekly providing 18 of these crystals requires you to take part in duty roulette leveling. So if you have access to those quests, always accept them, especially the weekly one. It will decrease the overall time and will skip this grinding step completely if you're planning to do multiple jobs here. Okay, last but not least, the step which actually is the most important, and if you're capped with your allowances and don't know how to use them differently, or don't have access to gathering or crafting, you should definitely leave everything behind and do this step before actually starting the questline itself. Even when this is meant for the later step when you already earned your hyperconductive relic weapon, it doesn't take that much time, but is essential for avoiding to be time gated later on and needing to wait for your allowances to be refilled. The item of your desire is that Amber-encased vilekin, required to trade in against crystal sand later on. And if you don't want to spend more Poetics than needed, because you already need tons of them for its partner currency Umbrite, this vilekin is the most profitable currency to earn in a short period of time, if you have allowances and don't know how to use them either. But enough talk, let's head into the subject. Our first goal is Ishgard. Here we are heading to the Skysteel Manufactory and go over to Eloin to accept the Battle Leaf quest Whither the Morbol Goeth. Yes, it sounds like Urianger has requested this task. After accepting it, head for Idleshire again, because the Devanian hinterlands have no separate aetheryte, and from there navigate to the westernmost exit. Our target location is this cliff, just next to the first ascension stairway, leading back to Idleshire. Here we are going to start the quest, but you are not completing it, far from it, we're actually not taking part in any of the tasks that are demanded here. Our goal are blue treasure chests that each will contain one of the amber-encased vilikins, so instead of finishing the leaf, we're spying out all the possible areas where treasure chests could spawn here, highlighted by these green circles, and if you're unlucky and don't find a treasure chest, we return to the cliff and abort the quest. A small tip, try to accustom to always dismount before abandoning or retrying the quest, otherwise when being mounted, you will be delayed by that annoying error message. Nonetheless, restart the leaf quest and hop onto your chocobo to check out the destined locations if there's a blue treasure chest or not. If you're not in a rush with your relic weapon, you could also fasten up the process and try to overlook the possible treasure chest areas from the cliff and try again without checking them from a close up position. Still, these treasure chests are spawning quite randomly, so don't worry if you haven't seen one even after 5 or more tries. On the other hand, you could also run into 3 treasure chests in a row sometimes. So as long as you're on high values with your allowances or don't need them for other tasks, just keep spying for treasure chests and claim your well-deserved reward. An approximate value for 100 allowances lies somewhere between 20 or 25 chests, and you need 60 of these at least. But these results can vary from try to try, so it depends on your personal luck. So this is all you need to start into your Anima relic weapon journey. So remember to check out my comprehensive guide as soon as I finished it, and until then head for Graehl's guide, which is still the best visual overview of this topic. If you have any tips or improvements for this step, feel free to share them inside the comment section. And of course, when any question is left unanswered, don't hesitate to ask my community or myself inside the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks to all that participated in this journey on the livestream. And most of all, to my loyal patrons that make this journey possible at all. See you all in the next part, or on Twitch this evening. So enjoy this lovely beginning and not so lovely grind later on, but still the least horrible of them all, and keep loving Final Fantasy. Until next time, take care.